Hello, brothers and sisters. My name is Jocka, and welcome back to the chat. A little bit late this time, but better late than never. How y'all doing? Hope you guys have been having a great week after New Year's. My New Year's resolution, I came to it. I'm gonna try to say like less. Not as if, I'm gonna say, oh, I like this, or something is like that. But I mean, like this. I'm gonna avoid doing that. That is so confusing, but I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. The really kind of not derogatory, but I guess colloquial way of saying like, as kind of a null in a place setter in the null of a sentence. And I'm tired of that. I get that when I started listening to my videos to review them before I put them up, I get driven mad when I hear like so much. So that is one of my New Year's resolutions, is to change that and get rid of that word from 80% of my vocabulary. No, maybe 90% of my vocabulary. So I'm gonna try my best, but I'm gonna start pausing at certain points, trying to find words. But that'll grow my brain as well. So I'm glad that's gonna happen as well, because I need that. No, I'm just kidding. I do. But anyways, that's not the question. Also, I apologize if I'm being a little bit quieter. It's just because my parents are asleep, and you know how it is. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about the topic of process/method and team building. Now, I believe that everybody, we all love doing things, right? We all have specific talents or specific interests that we love indulging ourselves into and growing from them, right? So whether it be music, writing, math, and, to extrapolate from that, engineering, it's the world is so vast with options that we can take in order to master and use as our craft, And then within that, we decide what path we take with it, whether it be a simple hobby or whether we take it as a career, make it our life's work to become, the next master chef, right? But everybody's different, I was actually, it's funny, I mentioned Master Chef. I was watching a couple clips of Hell's Kitchen earlier, and I absolutely love Gordon Ramsay as a person. A lot of people may find that a bit weird, but the people that find that a bit weird, I urge you to watch more videos with him in it, because he's not just this crazy asshole. He is a crazy asshole, but he's also he's a genuine dude. He is honest. He is up front with his personality, and he puts it out there. And he's the kind of person that he's going to get the job done. And if somebody else doesn't like how he does it, or somebody else doesn't like him, then he, that doesn't matter, right? It's their shit to deal with him, at least. But he has this one quality that I really appreciate in leadership, and that's recognizing not only people's weaknesses, but people's strengths. In fact, I believe the latter is a bit more important, because when you recognize people's weaknesses in a team, right? Actually, you know what? I'm getting a bit ahead of myself. Let me go back a second. I wanted to talk about the process first. Is that everybody has different, say if there's two musicians in a room, right? Each of them, they play the same instrument, right? Both guitar, but they both play guitar in a different way, right? Which means that they might be weaker than the other in that style of play. So say we have a metal guitarist and a classical guitarist, right? Chances are the classical guitarist is much better at classical than the metal guitarist is at metal. And I think that's pretty fair to say, as an assumption. But saying that, if those guitarists were in the same band, right, they would equally fill out a bar graph of sorts, So say we have a team, right, and that comes into our strengths, is what I was mentioning earlier with Gordon Ramsay, is that everybody has their strengths and everybody has their weaknesses, right? I actually mentioned this last time when I was talking with Garth, in team building is Overwatch. I use that example a lot in my videos. I'm talking about team building and leadership. Is that when you're one character in Overwatch, you have a set amount of skills for a specific role, right? So if you take Widowmaker or Hanzo, you're sniper, you know. If you're a Reinhardt, you're a tank, you soak up damage and you push forward the team. But if you try to go out on your own or do an alternative role with those characters that are way off the ball of what they're supposed to do, then chances are you're not going to have a good time because their weaknesses lie amongst those areas, unlike their strengths, you know? That's why you want a balanced team. So I picture it this way. I picture a bar graph, right? I picture a bar graph, and each person in the team belongs to a certain bar in the graph, right? So for individuals, they have a specific set of skills, right? So if we're looking at the bar graph, there's for Overwatch, there's damage, there's healing, you know, etc., sniping, there's support, yada yada, flanking, whatever you want it to be, right? And the bars, they lie within each character. So you'll have maybe a Junkrat, and maybe his, I don't play Junkrat that much, but his damage is pretty high, but his accuracy isn't that high, right? Unless you're a really good Junkrat player, and I'm sure Garth would put his hand up there because he's a cocky dude. No, I'm just kidding. But he, like Junkrat, I just said it. I'll keep trying, don't worry. Junkrat would be weaker in distance of his shots, in accuracy, speed even, you know. But then you have other characters that are faster, that are more accurate, that have longer shots to fill in those blanks in order to have the team equal, for all the bars to be equal in the team bar graph, you know. And that's the optimal team, is that every bar, every skill present in that team is zenith. So that requires noticing everybody's strengths, you know. And then that comes back to the process and the method of things, is that everybody has their own methods of doing things, which makes it beautiful, you know. And it only brings in the theme of unity so much more closely, is that everybody has set skills, right? But everybody has set weaknesses. But when we come together, it becomes a puzzle, right? Everybody's a piece, and then it comes together to make the full picture, right? And if you think of it that way, it's phenomenal, you know, the stuff that people are able to complete together in a way, you know. And that is so encouraging. And I guess back to what Garth and I were talking about, some people find it hard to meet new people, but I don't think that you know, that is a problem. Is obviously people, you know, they some people have more trouble than others to meet new people, but I think it's always worth it to be able to reach out and be able to connect with people on a level, you know, and create that bridge of unity and create a group that you're comfortable with and that you can find compatibility in, you know, and collaborate with and create with. So that's why I think, say when I'm at school, right, when people are when we're doing critiques, right, and people are just shredding a piece, right, and I'm just sitting there, I'm just shaking my head because I don't believe in negativity. And a lot of people, they like to be blunt, and that's fine. I to be honest, I consider myself pretty blunt as well, but it's more in a way that I'm honest, not cruel because I want to make this person feel bad about their art, you know. Everybody has their own way of doing things, and if I find strengths of what I see as strengths in their piece, then I'll give credit where it's due. And then if I see weaknesses, especially if there were things that they were trying to do, but then I find as unsuccessful, then I'll claim it and say, oh, well, I think you could have improved this way, or you could have done this differently, and you would have been able to achieve your goal of what you were trying to do more fluidly. But I'm not gonna shred them apart, because what's the point, right? That's the pride talking, and that's not how a leader would be, I don't think. I feel like people should be together and feel comfortable with expressing their strengths and their weaknesses, and then working together, because nobody is higher than everybody else, because in the end we're all equal with the same numbers, right? But anyways, I believe in family, right? And I don't just mean my parents. I mean, I do, but I don't just mean my parents, my blood family, I mean, I consider my friends my family, my brothers, sisters, That's why I say that, is that all of you who support me, I consider you part of me, I consider myself part of you guys. Like, we're all together, and we support each other. And that's the positive environment that we need, in my opinion. I feel like unity and team building and being able to learn from each other's methods and processes of doing different things and relative things to our own interests is paramount, because then that allows us to grow at things that we are interested in together. And that's fantastic, right? That is one of the biggest boosts of morale I could imagine, Oh, so good. But anyways, I think I've run out of things to say, but I'm really happy with knowing that I think that. But I digress. The rest of the week's going to be pretty good. I have a few more plans. I'm going to go see Arrival again tomorrow. I'm still trying to figure out when I want to have this Lord of the Rings marathon that I want to have a bunch of people over for. It'll kind of be the last big thing before school starts again next week. But I feel like that'd be a really good time just to kick off the break. This break's been fantastic so far. It's been so progressive and productive, and I'm really happy with it. And I couldn't thank all of you who watch enough. I at the party, I asked for feedback from some people, and they gave me some really valuable feedback. And I'm just surprised generally about how much people enjoy this new series, and they're enjoying the music and Marks thing too. Oh, by the way, the music that's playing, if you guys like it, then please click the link at the end of this video, and it will take you to the Music and Marks number 2 video of when I do Glavinus, when I paint Glavinus and I do his cover and mashed up with Fire by Paris. I'm really happy with that video, and I've said that in another video, but I still really urge you guys to go see it, because yeah, I'm very happy with it. And other than that, I got nothing else to say. Tomorrow I'm not going to be making a video because I've got a very long day, but I will catch up with you guys on Wednesday, and I'm going to be working on some other stuff then as well. But until then, I'll wish you guys a great evening or morning, depending on when you watch this, and I will see you guys in the next video. See you later.